Naoya Inoue from Japan, 28-0 for his record, and Yeonjun Kim having 21 wins, 2 losses, and 2 draws. 32 years for the South Korean and 31 for Naoya Inoue. Now let's take a look at the height. That is where 165 centimeters for Naoya and 163 for Yeonjun Kim. And we have KOs 13 for the South Korean and 25 KOs coming from the Japanese monster Naoya Inoue. Derek, let me bring you in for this fight that is coming on in Japan, and as we speak, we are getting ready to enter into the ring so that these two boxers clash. But one man, Naoya Inoue, the Japanese international, he is the boxer with all the belts. And when we come to the bantamweight division, I think he has conquered all the guys there. And I mean, the challenger, Yeonjun Kim, he's coming to challenge the Japanese monster. Derek, what's your take?
Well, let me quickly say happy birthday to the revered guru in boxing, Mr. Yofibuam. He was once the manager for Aikote and Afredikote when they were called the Weak Kids.
Okay.
And to a belated one to appear at Ghana.
Okay.
My brother, to the topic, I think that you took the wind out of my sail. if we talk about Inoue,
yeah,
and the bantamweight division,
yeah,
and it looks like we don't have a challenger there again. Seriously, I think that he's done all the work in that particular division. Yeah. Already he has a record of moving 4 division classes and conquering all the boxers there. The only place is left is to move up to the featherweight division, where we have other gurus there that he need to fill. But looking at his current opponent, if it's the normal boxing, I don't think that Kim can stand in any way. I don't think. But you know, like I always sit here to see, one punch can make a difference, apart from maybe a lucky or one punch that can change this particular fight. I don't see in any way how Kim can stand the might of Inoue, who now is what is called in Ghana comfortable lead when it comes to that particular division. I don't think that there's any boxer in that division country. Unfortunately, Kim is coming in as a replacement of Goodman. In fact, it is said that Goodman Kim fights similar like Goodman, so he finds himself to be a replacement to Goodman, who had to, you know, back off this fight because of an injury. I think it's the second time he's had an injury, and the best thing to do is to get a replacement so that you know, the followers or the fans will enjoy Inoue fighting once again. But I think that if you look at, even in Ghana by now, we'll be saying that.
Derek, let me check this in. You know, if Sam Goodman was to come on the fight night and no injury, but Naoya Inoue is going to face up with Sam Goodman. Sam Goodman is a boxer from Australia. He's quite young, 26 years of age, and he's unbeaten. And you know, when a boxer is on an unbeaten record and has age on his side, he tends to have a lot of confidence. What do you think if Sam Goodman was to face Naoya Inoue? Would we have seen a different fight?
Yeah, truly, my analysis would have been different. Seriously, if it was Goodman. Again, you see, if it was Goodman, then we can see that he's prepared well for this fight because he was the main guy who was supposed to fight Inoue. You understand? But unfortunately, he had an injury on the way, and he had to be replaced by somebody. It happens. I think Azuma Anderson had in his first fight, he had the same. He was replaced. He lost. And that was his turnaround. That was what gave him the chance to fight after the champion died on the way. So at times, some replacement come to impact, and after their impact, it gives them an opportunity to go on and make a name for themselves. But then, if it had been Goodman, in fact, the story would have been different. But you see, in boxing, once again, the way boxing is structured now, at times it's not all KOs, all boxers with unbeaten who can stand the might of even a boxer who had 1 loss or 2 losses. Because you see, some boxers may not have fought the big guys. They may not have met maybe in their career in moving up. Okay. They get boxers that are not that, without names, let me put it, boxers who have not been there before. They get boxers who are in their equal, you know, and they get to finish them early. So at times some boxers, their record may you know, not be like their quality. Okay. You understand? The record might be deceptive. Okay. But that notwithstanding, I believe that apart from the record of Goodman, if he had been the one fighting, you know, yeah, the preparation would have been more. He would have more time to prepare and get more ready than the replacement king. Okay. But
you know, Naoya Inoue, there was the last time he fought with Luis Neri, and he was caught with a counter, which was surprising for Naoya Inouye's fans. That was the first time Naoya Inoue gloves touched the canvas, and even his first time in his boxing career, a boxer being able to knock him down. But this is a South Korean, and he packs a lot of power. When you look at his nickname that he has, they call him that, the troublemaker. And could we see another surprising that might be against Naoya Inoue? Should he take this fight lightly, even though that was just a quick replacement in the boxing world? That is Sam Goodman couldn't make it, but now Kim is the one coming to party with Naoya Inoue. Should Naoya Inoue just take it easy like that on Kim?
The element of surprises is always in boxing. Okay. I mean, there will always be surprises in boxing. But then, until it happens, I mean, when you are analyzing the game, boxer to boxer, I don't see how Kim come close to Inoue. Yes, okay. But then the element of surprises is always there for a boxer to make, you know, a name for himself, yeah, when the opportunity brings itself. But yeah, I don't really see Kim as a tough opponent for him. I believe that, you know, looking at his mastery in KOs, he might deliver another KO today, or other things being equal.
Okay. Right now, that is coming from Derek on the part of Naoya Inoue and Kim Jong are there. Kim Jong is from the South Korea, and he is the challenger who is going to face Naoya Inoue. But we'll wait to see how the outcome is going to go, if it's going to go in favor of Naoya Inoue. He is the Japanese monster, and he is taking the bantamweight division all on his shoulder. Or we are going to see some upset, some surprising coming from the South Korean Yin Kim Jong there. We wait for the outcome, and hopefully next week Monday we are going to get into it and see how it benefited either a boxer. So this is Boxing Arena on Max Television. That is it for the grapevine aspect. That is where we look at the foreign terms of boxing. We'll turn around a bit, and when we come back, we're going to descend on the local terms of boxing. That's for Naoya, and 163 for Yang Jun Kim. And we have KOs 13 for the South Korean, and 25 KOs coming from the Japanese monster Naoya Inoue. Derek, let me bring you in for this fight that is coming on in Japan, and as we speak, they are getting ready to enter into the ring so that these two boxers clash. But one man, Nana Yaw Takyi, the Japanese international, he is the boxer with all the belts. And when we come to the bantamweight division, I think he has conquered all the guys there. And I mean, the challenger, Jun Kim, he's coming to challenge the Japanese monster. Derek, what's your take?
Well, let me quickly say happy birthday to the revered guru in boxing, Mr. Yofibuam. He was once the manager for Aikote and Afrikote when they were called the Weak Kids.
Okay.
And to a belated one to appear Ghana.
Okay.
My brother, to the topic, I think that you took the wind out of my sail.
Oh, yeah, to buy. Okay, I don't speak about your car. Yeah, to buy away. I shall look of you.
I shall look of you. She ekabote through the rounds.
Yeah, no track here, wallet. Here, condition. Can fit. Nakano.
Okay, Piane,
and I'm where. If I stop,
if I stop on the piano, no one I'm going to mini genius and over Queen here.
Oh, Japan, my coach said, I'm a G many men. I'm a family care. Oh, my Tiala. Now, a family can be no good. My Kajala say no good go bed on. The guy called Piane Babu. Caught a little regulable, one trying to bill me in Bill and Kami. We turn a fail Kami. Me, I'm not a man who can move ahead. Because I ask me. I can't come not to show I no mean to me. Won't care. No money for me.
Oh, Ghana be a boxer new town of Calano.
Oh, me and my family. Me and my family, Baba Calabano. She can't to me like a title when you go. We told me national bed, Giaconica Mano. We move there because I okay. Oh yeah, very to both places. Sanimo move ahead. Don't phone and the come. One and the come near my commission. Sanema move ahead. Oh no, any.
Very well. Biane, you shock a she and Kebu. And Kobu a she and mini young na Goyoka Ham.
No young man, na Goyomo. Kashidaba, mammy. Can't grandmother because I'm a family. Can't ya many money in it. Can't. I'll lie Koni. Don't me talk lies.
Hey. No, Brian, that's all the time.
No, I ain't my chair, because I'm a fit. I want to Moyano. Come, I'm a motivated boy, or no, two need to more. Come, I'm while I'm not too.
Okay, you my job, you my job.
Wow, Ernest Ampa. Ernest Ampa was talking about Oblayu, and you know, Derek, he's saying that I don't know if I'm getting it right with the translation, but he's saying that they are also parts, and the work is moving on smoothly. I don't know if I got it right.
Yeah, you know, I'm laughing.
No.
I didn't know I could be this busy. You know, all that was going on. I was watching myself and I was not laughing. I was not smiling. I was so busy writing. Yeah, so that was the first. Hey, I didn't know that all this went on on the night. But then, he made a very important point. You know, ladies and women, they can make or make.
Yeah.
And when he was asked to give credit, he decided that he gave credit to two women in their life, the mother and the grandmother, and then she moved to another woman who Oblayu, who we all believe might be a girlfriend, and she is giving some shout out to them for the contribution they have done in their life, to the extent that she said that they are part. You know, they serve as motivation for them to do more. So he telling that coming into the ring, he knew that a woman is watching him, and for that matter, he has to deliver.
Exactly.
And on the day, he met an opponent, a very stubborn one,
George Amuzu. Yes. Let's get into that fight. As you said, Ernest Ampa delivered on that night. Let's get into that fight. Ernest Ampa and George Amuzu. We all know George Amuzu, as you said, is one stubborn boxer, and he has a way of that resilience and nature, robotic nature. You hit him and he's still coming. And Ernest Ampa was able to deliver on that night against a formidable opponent, George Amuzu. Derek, take us through that fight.
You know, interesting. I always say that in boxing, some people get some qualities others need to get to be complete boxers.
Yeah.
But they don't have. Amuzu will be difficult for you to hit him to receive the canvas. It's that stubborn. He will chase you, and you know on the scorecard it was 64, 60 to 54, 60 to 54, 60 to 50, meaning that Ampa won the game completely. But like he was saying, he fought an opponent who you cannot knock down.
Yes.
So it means that he will not be, he will not fight back foot. He will be chasing you. So you also need stamina to be able to.
So you're talking about George Amuzu, and he is the boxer, and the black and white trunks are there. When I look at Ernest Ampa there, and you know, you look at it too, and you see that George Amuzu, look at the physique that George Amuzu is presented on that night against Ernest Ampa. But at the end of the fight,
so that's why I said that. You see, we saw Jamina and Sa will come on. If Jamina had gotten the strength of Amuzu,
okay,
because Jamina fights better, but doesn't have that strength of that. Withstanding that stamina to withstand. But you have a George Amuzu who has the stamina to withstand and to be chasing you even when you are hitting him. So it was a difficult fight for Ampa, but Ampa, he has some good he comes from Akotogu Academy. He has some good coach, Elvis Robertson and co. And I saw Elvis shouting all around. He was warning, be careful, be careful, be careful. You understand? He was just screaming at the you know, to Ampa to be careful when it's moving. To be careful because this is a boxer who will be chasing you, and if you don't take care, he might hit you with a punch that will, although you'll be leading, that can cause havoc for you. So this particular fight was one of a fight. But let me give credit to Mubarak. Mubarak and then Lord and then Lord. They put up a very good show. In fact, when I saw the names, I saw a lot of unfamiliar names, boxers who, you know, they don't fight. So I thought it would be one of those. But he sat here and told us that they have a mouth-watering night for us. And this being the first fight of the year, I think that they did so well, and kudos to them. My brother and me here as well, they put up a good fight, and we will ask them to even do more for the IMAS boxing promotion and in their respective matchmaking duties. At times we talk about these matches without giving credit to them, and I think that they deserve some credit for them. You know, it was just 6 fights, but the night was back. You know, Sir Lawrence to put in some of his things for the night to be, and he did that. We enjoyed some entertainment on the night. It was a good night. It
was a good night coming from Derek as we are getting into the fight night 10 there. So that is it for the Ernest Ampa and George Amuzu. Let's go to the next, and that's where we saw the battle of the Tetes. We have the Theophilus Tete and Manav Tete there. So this was a super bantamweight where Theophilus Tete from Ghana Prisons was able to record around 1 KO over Manav Tete, who is fighting from the Bridge in Sonia Gymnasium there. So the boxer you see, and so this is the boxer Theophilus Tete coming into the ring there with his coach. And so Derek, let's talk about this fight, the battle of Tete. And it ended in round 1. That was just a quick one. But let's talk about Theophilus Tete. As you said, Mubarak and Lord Stephen, they did some marvelous job. Some boxers, you didn't hear of them, kind of unknown, but they came on the stage and they delivered. Well,
you know, Manav Tete is one boxer who I believe that I always have problem with him when it comes to training. Okay. He knows how to box, but then he is, let me put in quotes, the lazy type of a boxer. Okay. And he met a guy who, you know, I think he lost his last fight. Theophilus Tete lost his last fight, and they saw this as an opportunity for him to, you know, clear that particular loss with this fight, and he did it in a spectacular manner. look at Manaf.
But Derek, let's talk about Manaf. Looking at him, his posture and the way he creates his angles, even with his movement and his defensive movement, is kind of off to me. I don't know if maybe I have a different spectacle, but what I'm looking here, you can see that he's not really into what he's doing in the ring with Theophilus Tete. Derek.
So, like I was saying, I personally know him. I think that it's not serious when it comes to his training. I can confidently say that it's not serious when it comes to training. But then the rudiment, he knows the rudiments of the game. And let's not forget, he's a part to Jamina. Sometimes back then, how Jamina was fighting. Okay. He will not take the fight serious until he has to be called to be talked to, and then he. So I think that yes, we are seeing Manaf Tete not giving up his best. I think that he must be called to order so that he will take his training very serious and win a fight. Right. So
Manaf Tete, he is the boxer.
If you see him, he's exhausted.
Well, that was just round one.
He just exhausted. I don't really know what he did on the night.
Wow. And look at coach. Look at a person there.
Yes.
Yeah. He was so furious.
Yes.
I mean,
he was expecting him to do more.
Yeah, he was even telling him to get up.
To get up and fight.
And I mean, but yes. Manaf Tete was also thinking otherwise because, as I said, Manaf Tete, you need to wake up because this league is there for you. This is a platform for you to exhibit your talent, and we are going to help you grow. So you need to also put out your best there. So now let's go hear the winner of that particular bout, Theophilus Tete. Let's hear him out after the fight.
Thank you very much. Theo, how are you?
Fine.
Are you sure you are fine?
I'm very excited.
I thought I would see you sweating. You never sweated, but you've won the fight. Are you happy?
I'm very happy.
Why are you happy?
You know, because of the crowd. You know, I've never fought, you know, like this crowd before. Okay. So I won this fight by knockout, and I'm very excited.
Excited. Now let's get back to our local language. Nake ona misha wadenche ni meni meyo beni ankwebu TV no. Mini yomo yo kahami.
Me down fancy fancy. She first of all get fancy GBA president. Can you see now the champion promoter? She down her team. Can you open it? I can have a good fight.
O style ne fine wa. Mini be aketro style ne ofine.
Any Rasnani. Nikaji oto lock corner roader banye lock am.
Unfe kampe ala oba pay. Okay, very well. It was finally mini yomo yoka how.
Shida yomo ni kehanji. Me down fans finish. Kemeni meni na igbena mbabe. Kemeni meni na igbena mbabe ona mi tactics se na mi kwe. Nge mwajo mo fiam. Shida mo fiam.
Thank you very much. Shall we put your hands together for Theophilus?
Nice one coming from Theophilus. There. I mean, he did it just quick one. He saw that Manaf Tete was not ready for him in the ring, so he just had to clear him quickly, and he had around 1 KO over Manaf Tete there. So it's a good one coming from Theophilus Tete, and he was fighting from the Ghana prisons service there. So it's a good one in the name of Ghana prisons, where Theophilus Tete was able to record a round 1 KO over Manaf Gymnasium. Now let's move on to the next, and that is what I want us to look at. Akimos Anan Ampia, he is one boxer that he's known very, very much. Akimos Anan Ampia, we started with Akimos in the season 1 of the Professional Boxing League. He's been with us. Season 2, he was still there, and in season 3 too, you see him popping up his head a bit. He laid low for some time, but he came back and he had a round 2 KO victory over Moses Hammond from CVM Gymnasium. So those of you who don't know, Akimos Anan Ampia, he is the boxer who in the picture shot there about to deliver that left hook there, and he is the boxer in okay, so let me talk about the hairstyle of Akimos Ananampia, and I mean he is one boxer who have a way of bringing out his hairstyle. In one moment you see him cutting off his dreadlocks, in another moment you see him in the dreadlock style. So Akimos Ananampia, he is the boxer with the white trunks there with a dreadlock out there, and Moses Harmon, he is the other boxer in the black trunks there. Derek, let's get into this fight. I mean, Akimos Ananampia, he is a name that in terms of boxing in Ghana, West Africa, and even in the world, you know that he is a name that when you come and meet him, you need to be very, very careful. He lay low for some quiet time, but he came into the ring, and in round 2, he delivered. Derek.
Yeah, actually, he did it in 2 minutes 47 seconds in round 2. He clearly executed, his mandate while he was in the ring. Akimos, you see, when we talk about the importance of the professional boxing league, people think that it's a joke. I mean, some of these boxers, as good as they are, it is difficult for them to get fights. Okay. And on other promotions, you have to go and pay and appear. You understand? But for the Ghana Boxing League, you have to come on, showcase your quality, and you are there. If you listen to Theophilus Tete, he made a very important point. He said, I have never fought in such a crowd, around such a crowd. Today, yes. So these are some of the benefits. The boxer who is saying it is not me. He is telling you the benefit of fighting in a professional boxing league. Either to a boxer of his caliber will be fighting at small areas, in small gyms and the like, before he gets to where he will face this. But 1, 2, and you are facing already big class. So we are saying that boxers like Akimo, they are not getting the chance to fight because a lot goes into getting a chance to fight. So getting this particular chance, he decided that what he knows, best to do, he has to deliver, and he delivered. He did so well on the night.
Akimos Ananampia, he is the boxer with a big smile there. Beautiful one coming from Akimos Ananampia in the bantamweight division, where he delivered that round 2 KO victory over Moses Harmon, who was fighting from the Seaview Gymnasium. So that means Atokwashi Gymnasium is still hailing there because Akimos Ananampia had that 3 points for them in the last night.
So when I tell you that Atokwashi is, when they started leading, I told you that would be difficult for any gym to topple them, knowing the kind of boxers they have and the quality of boxers they have, and then the disciplinary nature of their coach, Coach Akainete. And when they started, I had a word with him, and he said, "You Charlie, and all about way, this we also take you. When we also get a car, and that's basically what." And after they started leading, anytime they have a fight, they want to bring their best. Don't forget, this is a gym that Ubudai Sai is in training on the quiet. But if they dare bring anything like middleweight or crucial weight, Ubudai Sai will come on board because they know that when he comes, they are sure, as much as Ubudai Sai is age, when you look around, you see that weight class.
Experience is there.
You saw him with a soldier. Yeah. You saw him with our guy, and you saw what the kind of quality he delivers. So that particular gym has quality there, and now that they are leading, I'm not sure that any other gym can topple them. I've said this earlier.
Right, so that is coming from Derek, but the screenshots you're having on your screen there, that's a super bantamweight where Isaac Quay Jr. from the Fifth Square, he is the boxer in the blue trunks. He's taking on Gilbert Akison from the Black Panthers Gymnasium there, and this fight to travel the distance, where Isaac Quay Jr. from Fifth Square was able to record a unanimous point decision victory over Gilbert Akison from the Black Panthers Gymnasium. Derek, let's get into it.
Akison, another stubborn boxer. Yeah. He came out and they had some good exchanges.
I tell you, in the first couple of rounds, I was thinking Isaac Quay Jr. is going to just ride over Gilbert Akison. But getting to the middle, to the late rounds, I mean, Gilbert Akison came into the party.
He was stubborn boxer, very energetic, and I love when they both stood there and they decided to exchange punches, and they did it to perfection. But his opponent yes, was far I think it was far better than him on the night. And then I think I was talking to Amin Lamti. We think that some of these boxers, they must be taken through the rudiments of the, because he already has the energy.
Yeah,
he has that stubborn quality to face any boxer. Now he needs proper coaching and guidance to be that better boxer that he should be. And I mean, their fight was a great fight. We enjoyed so much, and it's one of the peak of the night. It was one of the peak of the night.
It was one of the peak of the night. Isaac Quay Jr. defeating Gilbert Anderson there in a unanimous point of decision. So we have the numbers on the screen: 0558462088, 0558462088. So you can call us, you contribute on your boxer and even your gym, and you also tell us, maybe you have some updates for us. We are all here to also hear you out. So you can call us. The numbers on the screen, let me take it again: 0558462088. So now let me chip this in. You know, we can't just get up without talking about Dramina Kese and Bismarck Sarr's fight. I mean, that was the main card, if I should put it that way. And Dramina Kese told his fans that he's going to knock Bismarck Sarr, even at the official way in. But then Bismarck Sarr too told Dramina Kese that he's going to show him that in this type of sport there is levels, and he's going to punish him. He didn't say that he's going to knock him. He said he's going to punish him. But in the third round, something happened. Bismarck Sarr, we were thinking he's going to punish him, but I mean the knockout came and he took it. Derek, let's take this fight, Dramina Kese and Bismarck Sarr. In the first couple of rounds, or should I say the first and the second round, it was very, very close. But then in the third round, I don't know what happened, if it was losing of focus that had on the part of Dramina Kese.
Yeah, anyway, it was clearly, I mean, what you said, after the fight, I had the opportunity.
Derek, please hold on a bit. I have my first caller, Mrs. Vivian Soa from Tema is calling us. From Teshi is calling us. So, Madam Vivian, good morning.
Good morning.
Morning. Madam, how are you doing?
This is Vivian, please.
Okay, Vivian, how are you doing?
I'm good.
All right, thank you very much. Vivian, let's hear you out.
I'm enjoying myself right here at Teshi Tribunal.
Okay, let's hear you out.
I'm good.
Okay, so what do you have for us?
I have this Elvis Anyagle.
Ahoga.
Elvis Ahoga.
Soja. Ahoga. Soja.
Madam Vivian, are you talking about Elvis Ahoga?
Yes, Elvis Ahoga, please.
Okay.
Where has he been?
He's fighting.
Where has he been? Where has Elvis been?
Okay, Elvis is around.
Please.
Elvis is around. He's doing training, and he has a couple of fights in UK that he needs to train for it. So that's why you've not been seeing Elvis, but he's been busy offshore too, doing a lot of great things there. So what message do you have for him, Madam Vivian? What message do you have for Elvis Ahoga?
Oh, okay. Thanks so much. Oh, I just miss him. I wish him all the best in whatever he's doing.
All right. Thank you very much, Madam Vivian. Elvis Ahoga is going to hear that message from her fans there that is coming from Madam Vivian. Derek.
Yeah, I think he has a fight on the 2nd February or so. He has a fight in there. So, and just after the fight, so I was talking about the Dramina and Sarr fight. Just after the fight, just after, I asked Dramina what happened. They said there was too much noise. A lot of information were coming. A lot of people were telling him to do a lot of things at the same time. So he got confused at a point. So, yes, at a point I have to tell those.
But he should stick to his coach,
those come behind me to just leave. There were too much when some were saying that chase him, others were saying that back off.
Let's go to McCarthy Hill, and that's where we have Mac on the line. Brother, how are you doing?
Hey, I'm fine. How about you too?
You're also doing well here. What do you have for us?
Please, there was one fight I watched between one guy called Ampa.
Okay.
Ampa, I think, is a very great fighter. I've never watched his fight before, but to be honest, all the fights I've been watching on TV in Boko, but most of the boxers cannot squeeze their opponent with their two hands strongly. But Ampa, as I watched the fight, he was able to, with his left and right hand, he was throwing punches like a professional. There's any push, there's any promotion. I don't know Ampa from anywhere, but I watched the fight today. I think he's a great fighter. So I think something should be done, and then more fights should be awarded to him so that he can also go forward. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mac. That is a very good observation there coming from Mac.
That is great observation. Yeah. I can tell you that his coach, Elvis Robertson, was always on him. Say, one day, no, I don't need him, always. Let your hand be up. And it's one danger. You see, these are the rudiments of the game. If you get it wrong, you might think that don't forget that he was on the chase.
Yeah.
But when he was even moving, always with the hands up.
Okay.
And throwing, he got it right. And I can say that the collar is that good. That was a good observation.
Yeah.
So coming back, so you see, when we talk about professional boxers, experienced boxers, these are some of the things. Jamna exhibited lack of experience and lack of professionalism. You understand?
Okay.
When he was fighting, he was still listening at what was going on behind. So in one of the situations, he was caught off guard because he knew that Sir had better stamina. Sir will always try to cook you and then hit you with that big punch.
Okay.
So if you look at the fight, he was always doing the jab and fighting at the back foot, ensuring that when Bismarck set him up, he will just move away.
Derek, please hold on a bit. Let me go to Ashaman, Newtown, and let me speak to Isaac. Isaac is on the line. Isaac.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Isaac. What do you have for us?
Hello, sir.
Yeah, Isaac, let's hear you out.
Yeah, really, I'm enjoying the boxing team. I'm enjoying the boxing team. And there was one guy from Konongo. I don't know the name. I don't know the name at all.
His name is Elisha Intabikma.
It's Elisha from Konongo, the guy from Konongo.
Yeah, Elisha Intabikma. Yeah, that's his name.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I enjoy his fight.
What message do you have for him?
Say again.
What message do you have for him?
So my message is he should train well, and then we are all backing him up so that he can become the champion in the Ghana.
Nice one. Thank you very much, Isaac. Thank you for calling there. So that
shows I think that when the callers are giving feedback like this, I enjoy not only the show. I can say that it means that we are doing certain. Yes, we have a lot to improve, but it means that we are getting certain things right. And when you get your area, and I would love to see a lot of people, area getting together. Even when you come to Accra, Bukom and stuff, not all the boxers are coming from Bukom. They come from different suburbs, and all the people or the fans who want to support their boxers against the other, it makes the boxing very nice. So I think that
yes. This is the Konongo, a guy that the caller was calling Elisha Intabikma there. So
that's good.
He's representing Konongo there.
That's a good one.
That's so beautiful. That's so beautiful. So Derek, thank you very, very much. Thank you very much for gracing the show there. Thank you very much, Derek. And hopefully next week, Monday, we will meet again right here on Max Television. I know you've enjoyed yourself and your various home. This is Boxing Arena on Max.